Right, Bo. So, do you remember when we said racism is back on the menu? Do you remember that? We spoke about this?
Yep.
So we covered this a few days ago. Keir Starmer calls reform migrant policy racist and immoral. Yeah. We're all racist. Whoa. And what it was, just to remind everyone a little bit, reform planned to scrap indefinite leave to remain for migrants, right? To basically call it something else, it was going to be the same thing. It was just going to be like a new visa system, right? And also not allow people just to settle here after 5 years, right? Because obviously that's just absurd and it devalues the country. That bloody same day, literally the same day, Sir Keir Starmer was going, no, he's a racist. Oh, he's bloody racist. And also Rachel Reeves came out and called people racist as well. Lisa Nandy, I believe she was, calling people racist as well. Well, they implemented the same policy.
Right.
Like, you couldn't make this up. You actually could. I mean, look, I'm here for it. But you couldn't make this up. It's absolutely pathetic. It's so funny. So, and it's quite, I mean, it's very, very similar. It's very, very, very similar. And they have quite, and it's a bold strategy to go out and call reforms policies racist because, of course, de facto, I mean, that basically calls reform supporters racist. So that's weird. Like that's not the way to win them over, is it? Really? Or you're all a bunch of racists. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, cool. Well, see ya. Your party's going to be voted into oblivion then. Like what? But then they just come out and did this anyway. So I just thought we'd take a look at it. Really, there's that fat repugnant douche. So what is it? A Home Secretary has announced a proposed new contribution-based settlement model to reduce net migration, boost integration, and reduce pressure on public services. Notice they're talking about integration again. Do you remember? Yeah. We're old enough to remember when integration was the thing. That was what they kept speaking about. And then boom, it just went. No, it's multiculturalism, diversity, guys. But it used to be integration. If you're young watching us, well, one, well done for being incredibly based. But two, you won't remember when it was just all about integration. You won't remember that because that fell by the wayside, a long time ago now. But we're old enough to remember that. And it was integration. Yeah, they'll integrate. Yeah, they'll integrate. Don't worry, they're going to integrate. Yeah. And then it was like, no. No, diversity, mate.
Yeah,
diversity.
They don't need to integrate. You asking them to integrate is racist and bigoted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got their culture, and the inference is that it's better than yours. But they've got their culture, and it'd be wrong to insist that they integrate with ours.
How dare you?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, they're talking about integration again and reduce pressure on public services. So to ensure people contribute to the economy and society before being able to settle in the UK, under the new model, they will have to be lawfully resident in the UK for a minimum of 10 years. Now that's a start. They shouldn't be here to begin with, but that's a start. I mean, that's a big step up for Labour. Again, after calling reforms policy racist.
Up from 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. It's double.
It's basically, if Nigel says something like this, it's racist.
Yep.
If Mahmood says it, it's all good. It's the right thing to do, or whatever bullshit the communications department come out with. Yeah.
Yeah. A person can earn a reduction in the number of years if they meet earnings or integration requirements, while those who have been non-compliant at any point will be required to wait longer or have their claim refused outright. That's not going to happen. They're not going to be refused outright. Like, we know that. Shut up. So the Home Secretary has set out the proposed conditions for gaining indefinite leave to remain in the UK, including being in work. That should be like the number one, obviously. You shouldn't be like, what? Making a certain level of national insurance contribution. So like a pay that is, of a certain level, basically. Again, that should be the case anyway. Not taking any benefit payments. No, just cancel it for foreigners. No foreigner should be getting money that we have all paid into. Thank you very much. No. Learning English to a high standard. What you haven't indicated what standard that is. I want to know what standard. Like if it's not at least like a GCSE level, I'm not interested. Right?
Yeah.
If you're teaching children to pass GCSEs, adults should be able to.
That's an interesting development as well, because for a long time that was racist and bigoted to insist that they understand English.
There was a guy
That
that
was
was
wrong
pulled
and
up by the
immoral.
police. There was a guy that was pulled up by the police for saying, "Do you speak English?"
Yeah, right. Yeah,
For
exactly.
like a hate crime or something like that. It was like,
And what was that, like 6 months ago? Not even that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
mad.
now it's government policy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew a couple of people growing up in school who were second generation immigrants.
Mm,
So they spoke with a completely fluid English and a British accent. But their parents didn't understand English.
mm.
They've been here since like the 70s or whatever, maybe the 60s, probably the 70s or the 80s at most. And yeah, so they'd been here for decades and hadn't learned English because there
Mental.
was no, because we hadn't insisted on it. Oh, but now, even though a cop got in trouble for it just a few months ago, just asking, now, because Mahmood has said it and Starmer's greenlit it, now it's okay. These sons of bitches.
Oh, it's mental, isn't it?
It's mental, isn't it? Moving the goalposts. Yeah, it's racist if other people say it and think it, but now we say it and think it. It's all good.
Yeah, fill your boots now. So they also have to have a spotless criminal record. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's all the boat people gone then. They
Yep.
can never claim indefinite leave to remain, right? They broke the law by coming here. So yeah, no, they broke border laws.
Yep.
So okay, yeah, that's fine. And giving back by, for example, working in your local community. Well, that's. I mean, I think it was Firas, that Firas Modad guy on Lotus Eaters of Lotus Eaters fame. He mentioned something about, well, your local mosque could just sign that off, to be honest, which is shit.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I mean, I've gone on record a few times and said that anyone that is fit and healthy and on benefits should actually be doing basic community service to earn those benefits. Because I think if you're, I actually think again that would be a blessing, not a punishment. It helps you ingratiate yourself in your local community more and feel a part of the place that you are living in. I don't think people view a lot of this stuff as like punishments, but I don't think it is. I mean, it would be to a foreigner because they're like, well, I don't like this place. I'm just here for the free stuff. But yeah, working in your local community. Well, sure, but I don't want to see them. I don't want them here. Like I don't want these people here. And also, right, like to me, this flies in the face of like the people that say a bunch of Afrikaners that come here, right? And they want to claim indefinite leave to remain. I don't want them having to be doing community service to get their indefinite leave to remain. Like, why? They're incredibly hardworking people. Like, we know that, right? Culturally, they are. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I agree with that on a sweeping basis, but there are some people that I see and I go, well, no, I wouldn't. I don't see why you would. Like, no, you fit the criteria to get it kind of anyway, right? I don't know. I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you've got a full-time job and you're paying national insurance and all that stuff, you quite possibly haven't got the hours in the day or the energy to also do
that's true.
Loads of community service. But if you're coming in and you meet all those criteria or nearly all those criteria, but you also basically are not working for some periods of time to do something to give back. This is all so vague, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want you to give back by, for example, working in your local community. That could mean anything. And you get your local imam just to sign off on it for dozens of people at a time. Yeah, they've done loads of work in the grounds of the mosque. They just tick it for you or whatever it is. Yeah. I don't want them here. I don't want them here at all. I don't care if they're doing local community work.
Yeah, go.
I don't want them to integrate. I don't want them to do a half-assed, shitty version of integrating. No, you don't belong. Go back to your own ancestral homelands.
Yeah, it's still another way. Well, one, again, all of this was, but this actually goes a step further than reform, because they're like, well, no, you've got to do this, do community service, and it's 10 years and all this other kind of stuff, right? So it actually goes a step further than reform. But it's also something which I've said a few times now. This is textbook immigration filibustering.
Yeah.
Textbook.
Yep.
Because the plans will be subject to a consultation, which will be launched by the end of the year and be open to contributions from the public. How fucking long is that going to take?
Yeah.
How long is that going to take? No.
And how will they really enforce a lot of this? Yeah, it's just throwing out red meat to pretend they're going to do something, and they won't do any of this. Yeah, absolutely.
After calling it racist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your white man, Nigel, can't say it, but our brown lady can, and we're not going to do it anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's classic filibustering. Yeah.
Amazing.